folk tale that uses a lot of rhymes in it. It's mostly of our younger class, and it's Little Red Riding Hood. Hope you like it.
Mrs. Hood must bake some pies. Her daughter says,
I'll supervise.
Her mother shuts her eyes at kind of way of showing her delight.
All right, just don't get in the way.
Through gritted teeth I heard her say, daughter gets out milk and eggs.
That's quite enough.
Her mother begs,
But we need scales and baking trays and sieves and spoons.
the daughter says,
The mixing bowl, some weights, a whisk. The job seems like we are brisk.
she fetches flour with a smile, says mother from beneath the pile.
You're getting underneath my feet. Just go and give your gran a treat. A treat for gran, what I will do is take a picnic just for two.
The picnic basket close at hand, and very soon the menu's planned. With sandwiches, a piece of ham, watercress, and raspberry jam.
What else can I put in here? I know, gran likes her root beer.
Her dad supply of pop GCs.
I'll have enough with two of these.
She packs 2 bottles with 2 carrots. The basket's full, no room to spare. At last she's ready to escape. She dons her hood and riding cape.
I'll take the path right through the wood. I'm off now, Mom. Just you be good.
She leaves the house, not looking back, and skips off down the woodland track. The path looks clear enough, and yet the woods conceal a hidden threat. A wild wolf lurks behind a tree and thinks,
That girl heads straight for me. I do like little girls.
he says.
I haven't eaten one in days.
He tenses through the leaves, he peers, oblivious to squeering ears. A happy girl begins to sing. The wolf is ready now to spring. He peeks right through, about to strike, when someone shouts,
Hello?
a neighbor coming up the track.
How are you, Mr. Lumberjack?
The lumberjack says he's okay. I sleep all night and work all day. Where are you going through the wood, my little Miss Red Riding Hood?
I've got some presents for my gran. I'm off to her house. That's my plan.
You mean the little cottage down the track? It's 2 miles there and 2 miles back.
He racks his brains and lightning quick.
That's 4 miles by arithmetic.
The wolf hears from his hiding place and sings.
What if it's a race to the cottage? I need to get to the cottage first. I'll burst through the front door and bring his granny straight away. Then I'll wait for Red to come and play.
The wolf, he runs off through the trees, a sight that neither human sees.
You'd best get on. It's quite a walk. You don't have time to stop and talk.
Off goes Red Riding Hood. Her neighbor goes to chop some wood. Red Riding Hood was scarce so worried, can never see the need to hurry. She stops her walk in many places to practice pulling funny faces.
She stamps at puddles, kicks up leaves, and wipes her nose with both her sleeves. In one place where the mud is thick, she writes a rude word with a stick. Meanwhile, the wolf has raced ahead and found the grandmother in bed. He pauses just inside the door.
Stay where you are. You have no choice.
Says Granny.
Should I know that, boys?
I'm a wolf. I eat folk.
But Granny thinks this is a joke.
You want to eat me?
Not today. Taste your meal. It's on its way. No time for talking. Time to hide.
The wolf bounds to Granny's side and finds the wolf before her eyes. The grandmother faints in sheer surprise. The wolf thinks it is a handsome jest to put her in a closet. He doesn't even know she's live. Red Riding? Red? And Red says,
I brought you half a pint of pop.
Hold the bottle tight.
he takes off the top with one bite. Red only grins as to say,
My gran always opens her root beer that way.
she drops the basket with a smile, and they watch each other for a while. Red Riding Hood says as she peers,
Gran, you have got such big ears.
the wolf hairs bristling on his body says,
You're mistaking me for Natty.
the girl continuing to stare as if she doesn't have a care, head on one side and thoughtful pose says,
Gran, you've got such a hairy nose.
the wolf can scarce contain his rage.
You'll get one when you reach my age.
He snarls, exposing canine fangs. From each tooth, fresh saliva hangs. The girl, not showing any fear, continues standing there to peer. She contemplates the lupine muzzle, says,
Gran, this really is a puzzle. You've got fangs on top and fangs beneath. Gran, you've got such big teeth.
the wolf says with a wicked grin,
Better to bite your skin. I'd like to sink my teeth into you.
Don't mess with me, I do kung fu.
He hops out from beneath the sheets and readies himself to eat. He prepares to take a bite. The girl thinks this just isn't right.
Oh, wicked wolf, you're not my Gran.
And reaching for a frying pan, she cuts him smartly on his head, while the rest sticking out of her head. And even though it wasn't planned, he knocks the pan right out of her hand. A single bullseye is her score. The pan goes ringing to the floor. The wolf emits a piercing howl. Ow! Not the one to throw in the towel. His next intention is to throttle, though he hasn't reckoned with the bottle, which little Red hits on his bounce, and he's knocked out at once. The second he goes crashing to the floor, the woodcutter comes through the door.
I thought I heard a noise like a fight. Is everybody here all right?
His jaw drops, his heart skips a beat. He sees the wolf sprawled at his feet.
A hungry wolf? What happened here?
The girl just grins from ear to ear.
I brained him with my frying pan.
Yes!
Oh my word, where is your...
Just as she ponders this request, they hear a knocking from the closet. Red Riding Hood opens the lid that finds out where her gran is hid. The grandma faints from too much strain. Her grandchild shuts the lid again and says,
It's unorthodox. She fell asleep inside this closet.
the lumberjack starts to relax and polishing his favorite axe. He drags the wicked wolf away to deal with him without delay. Red Riding Hood puts back the pan and lifts the lid to wake her gran.
Is it really you, little Red? I thought I saw a wolf instead. Your doctor should do optic checks. It's high time you got better specs. Mom said I should bring you a treat. I brought some food for us to eat.
Your grandmother can't work it out.
I'm sure there was a wolf about big teeth and hairy coat of gray, but if there was, it's gone away. A great big hairy wolf with fleas.
And Red says,
Yes, Gran, have some cheese.
with Grandma puzzled but subdued, they take time to enjoy the food. They gossip about this and that till Red says,
Thank you for the chat. I really must be getting back. It gets dark along the forest track.
on the way home, she plays some more. Mom's waiting by the cottage door.
Come in and have your supper, dear. Did Granny like her cheese and root beer? There was a wolf in Granny's bed, so I gave him the root beer instead. That wicked wolf said he would bite, but I insisted that we fight. I hit him with my frying pan, and after that, I rescued Gran. Well, that's a deed to be admired, and after that, you must be tired.
She pats her daughter on the head and sends her swiftly up to bed.
I've not heard such a tale in years. Where does that girl get all her ideas?
The